You have shared some unique the reason why I believe the people that selected by the presidential candidate. In your own opinion, do you think you deserve to be vice president of Nigeria?
Very interesting.
Mine is to take deep. So I sent your question that one of the key questions that is very good as well, and I think this those that are started or as those that makes us independent in this field, is that education is very important too, because apart from the whole education is seen as differently valued as one seriously. But you are welcome and see the condition so that you are why do you try to that fail initial please?
I have I found myself
he has it right. It's on the floor there. He put it down. Yes.
Lastly is when it was young, I used to think that wherever I I saw bring it up.
People online.
The man needs to hold the microphone.
And then there's a need to set apart the opportunities
That's the problem we're having. It's not
so
using the microphone.
this opportunity that has apart from the independent and private. How do you see the nation as a Nigerian within it with most of the world opportunities for starting with Nigerians who are yearning for something new?
We must have to
Check the audio online first now.
Is he wanting to lift the mic for him.
Did not say where on this
You don't want to hold it.
Okay, it should be better now because I've pumped it.
Simple as this is a huge, it's as bad as corruption.
That won't look.
It won't look
Why don't
What is this? Okay.
in the West,
Clean it.
West that would have to be Canada, the United States. But why is it that these best professionals cannot operate in Nigeria? We need to see our insecurity approach to doing this thing. But I learned the extra step to say that I'm not going to and what the extra might pretend we need to do it ourselves. We can provide that quality of education, healthcare,
we're on the box and ready.
when all that wealth is slapped to Nigeria and is not sent out, we're really waking up to the desire to stop forgetting, to start appreciating.
What you need is that they get their right now.
To skills.
That's not strong.
A big favor to the government finances. So I repeat, the government stays where I said, and the government will always debate where I this.
If the government based on money coming into Nigeria is very, very important to the development of Nigeria. Out of the context, you have been known to talk about the issues of security. But as you share those issues of security, there's a hidden reception from you, not shared widely, what we believe should be that we deploy our policy to increase security in Nigeria. You have a basis where you want to share the policy idea and concept to still the other people.
You probably listened to my interview at, I think, the channels. And if they were fair to me, they should have played the extra 90 seconds after that. I didn't speak about security. I didn't refuse to speak about security. I expressed my frustration about people who speak about government. I referred us to 2014-15 and the efforts to dislodge the Nigerian government and struggle with the now Buhari government. I expressed my frustration on that. I also expressed my frustration about politicians being willing for talkers and not doers. Then I presented an example to me as well as good, because I know when I speak, I will do. When he speaks, he will do. Go and verify. When I spoke, he spoke. In all fairness, I never was any information. And this media should be self-correcting. Those who attacked me, they simply took messages, 90 seconds, and wait. Now listen, when the first World War was just starting, the very first response and message, it was an American Marshal General. He said, the benefit of USSR was very frustrating when he says that when he disclosed that their aim was to attack Baghdad, neutralize them, and stop the war. So which was saving themselves. And so it was disclosed that politicians can be reckless, politicians can be clueless, politicians are also civilians, with due respect to civilians. And have always been preaching that be responsible in professional matters. Security is a professional matter. Each time they ask questions, whoever is listening should be conscious that at that point there are Nigerian troops on the front line. If you don't say anything that will jeopardize their safety. This happened way back in 2014 and 15 that made me think, how did these guys know so much about what is going on? And then because of how these questions are supposed to be answered, you get more questions, following more questions, raising more questions to be answered. And these are just carried by the day. So the best thing is for Nigerian politicians to become more responsible. I also answer very simple things. Try to our political philosophies. We prevent waste in government procurement. Remember, security is procured. Just like you procure any object, you procure security. If you are wasteful, you don't procure very much objects. When you procure very much objects, you will suffer waste. So, for B is leaders, is I have led the distinction. Being the only member out of our council who has concentrated the motion in the bill on the solution of the prison that touches every aspect of our life.
Very well. So we let come down to ideology and policy tend to work together depending on who's making the presentation. From the law, they classify Mr. P.O.B. as representing just one region, simply forgetting that if it is a joint picket between two, which you represent and the other part of the ticket. Would you agree or disagree that when people classify and believe certain things correct or
I will say everything is in place. His Excellency Peter Obi is a Nigerian. Simple. I am a Nigerian. Simple. And I've been paying in the high price for what you can call Nigeria. Some people will wait to see that I see still wait with that. They don't want to hear that thing. They don't say anything like that. But I don't want to become father. We are simple and generous. So we come from different places and practice differently. And this is the practice is different. Because when we both believe in the same one almighty God. Yeah. So all of that is in place. All of that is in place. I bet you something.
finally, the person for replacing executive programs to make them or start to ask one or two questions is to say the one political parties, because the look is that there are 4 or 5
Can I take a picture?
Secondly,
Can I
you
take a
have
picture?
18 political parties.
We're walking.
But we have to go with those who are see ahead and talk. We have to train that you are in this or in this free. Based on your understanding of the political parties, they will say they are political parties. Upon setting the prayer on the next 7 days, officially, the campaign is going to start. What's so unique and you feel that all people you can look at and say they have got a chance, but that's the people who person is the team to look at.
None of those parties are there to say, none of them are secretary. Let me say that. Not as who was motivated by systemic failures to lead his businesses, successful businesses, and to contest governorship. In the process of doing that, we defined Nigerian politics. One of the political parties has been done. He served for HF against all odds and has lived for 8 prosperous years. Afterwards, he now that the candidate. He is not a good exercise. He is not in any kind of controversy whatsoever. He is flourishing, businesses are doing well. None of the political parties are able to do that. The most precarious position to hold in Nigeria is that of the government. The candidates. Because of Peter, who were all for 3 years intervened, very simple as doing business now, but a fighter for the cause of justice. No other political party has such a battle. With this, we came back. All the things that are led and shaped and one is if and the time necessary to follow the political process, people survive. You see, the passing of power to me. I feel sorry for anybody who thinks that you have a chance in the world. The fact that Nigerians are impoverished doesn't mean they're stupid. And how can you look at Nigeria, whose security has depreciated so much, whose livelihood destroyed, unity devastation, and the same government, the same people who are responsible for that they have to continue. To make matters worse, it is the individual who make the difference in breaking Buhari. Nigeria will flourish without food until Tinubu came into this situation. Buhari had declared out for the world, and that was it for the anymore. So we're going to watch details. The council knows these farms. They have need for progress from handouts from politicians without donations from politicians. Abashos not around to do it. It is politicians who are giving donations. That's how they go. So, Tinubu and the difference between governments added to the thing that are Tinubu is responsible for serving Nigeria. It's not going to say I don't contribute to the Isn't this a yoke? That is the ABC. I'll come back to it. PDP has failed to learn its lessons. His Excellency is of them I PDP. I was contesting the election in PDP, and the first thing I told was that I'm not looking for a job with all this in the university. By Allah's grace, I have jobs to do that. I'm not looking for a job. In my living room, they were negotiating at what price to start with the entries. And then my phone rang, and I took an excuse to answer it in the bedroom, from where I wirelessly checked by the floor data, brought it to the site and sent it withdrew from that contest. Because never did I allow my name to be involved in my case. It is one of the worst crimes. How can a party that is trying delegates come to fix Nigeria? You're talking about big money. Big money. Both APC and PDP, any of those parties, in our estimation, they are likely to spend about 3.8 trillion naira to the end of Supreme Court. What does that tell you? There will be no capital projects in Nigeria for at least 3 years, 3 months before election, because that one has to be back with interest, with profit, and we have to adjust the value of the naira, and then we have to keep from 2027 elections. We will not have to change from the current all over here to talk of that. That including security, there will be not a single security that will be voted. If for election, only elections before election, that is the danger of having votes and the danger of having votes. His Excellency Peter Obi and members are unapologetic. We will not buy votes. The other party is a state party. When I joined that, without the party committed itself, it came to me. It doesn't even exist in the other states. We saw in the other parties.
People are saying they can't hear. They say, call your place.
Now, APC is declining by the day. Each community attacked, each person killed is a reduction in votes of APC. Each person that becomes more aware is a reduction of votes of APC. The naira is not you can expect that by New Year, there will be massive shortage of petroleum products until the prices are adjusted upward. So Nigerians should get ready for yet another price increase in petroleum products and all attendant impacts on inflation. Insecurity each time this happens, more votes of APC. APC is in the decline. Everybody can see. What they call structure is not structure. Because most people have money. And money, I don't really know. And the politicians that they call structure are not going to allow them to bear the whole money. They are not going to allow them not to spend their money. If the master politician sees, for example, 50 politicians a day, each of those 50 politicians is seeing of the program of 15 years. That's why I told you the 3.8 trillion. Some people say it's 6.5 trillion, but who is 3.8 trillion? There is no structure in the APC in real terms. It is a group of people who are there to recommend that should not be allowed to do. There is no structure in PDP. It is a group of people who are also taking the money because they believe that one should not be done for them. What we call political structures today are actually harmful to the Nigerian society, and that is instructive for the second each other to avoid those. What would to the problems and policy our agents tell us the work structure. But I assure you that when people don't come out from the streets, people on their own tell us the work structure. We only remain general, people-oriented, goal-focused led by its candidates.
So now what I'm going to do is to go around and get someone to ask a question.
Your Excellency, I said that was just call for argument to you and the first is in the lines of the global, for instance, in relation to global. I thought we not have anything from you, His Excellency, but your full redemption staff and how we position Nigeria to contribute positively to the reduction of Thank you so much. I will be taking the answers one by one. I need explanations later that way. There is something called marriage. We believe in marriages. In one of the Zoom meetings I had, I ended up in genuine laughter, but in pain. The lady was speaking to me about the need for more recreational guidance. And I broke down in laughter out of him. My good friend, are you forgetting that right now there are whole communities that are Chinese speaking? Many things in Nigeria, there are Muslims in Nigeria. So, are you aware that the Council General of Nigeria was quoted in a bid from China for 119 billion naira? Are you aware that ASU has been on strike getting 3 months? Are you aware of so many things? Now, when you are in a dish, what is the president? Overload. We want to come out that we want killings to stop. Because foreign, we need to stop it. Corruption is like, what is we need to stop it. Then, remember, is there are more competent nations that are leading this fight. There are more competent, there are also, there are more knowledgeable, there are also, and they do not, most importantly, they don't have the kind of problems that we have. It now refers on us to solve our problems, insecurity, economy, corruption. Come back to this respective regions. If we say that certain things we cannot do or bigger world because of this activity, for God's sake, those people pat us on the back, give us all the support we need to solve the problems of this community and things that we will come back. I assure you that we have all the intentions to support the regions of the free world. We do have, but our priorities right now go ahead and stop the killing, improve Nigeria's security. Stop the stealing, improve Nigeria's policies. And then unite Nigerians. Once we get united, thank you.
ṣiṣẹ́ àti gbogbo fún ọmọdé tó ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ pé ká máa kí kébù tó bá jẹ́ yẹn ni.
And the education I want to see we can help us today. Number one, the structure we are talking about, the one structure is what we use. But the way structure of going from one structure to the world to putting lyrics. That is the structure we want to define. To bring people that point. Because I haven't said there's no structure it's about 17. I don't understand yeah, it said that.
In those
No, I'm not looking at the political parties. The structure that we have related to the election is the position of our people including units. You didn't say go there, you must see. But I want you to aspire a structure because we have structures.
Journaling, which is this one here. My business. And everything that is just and one thing we have a university that's doing so well.
We have anyway no government of His Excellency and Lagos moving into vocational training in the education sector as part of the curriculum starting from primary school to university, so that people within the country still be empowered to become entrepreneurs, not what is empowered. The second question on my last, looking at oil, I prepared one analysis where the amount we use as oil source was more than enough to build refineries. That shows that even in 1 year you can build refineries. Is there something your government into in terms of either declaring a state of emergency and allowing people in the mainstream and also in local areas to start with refining oil? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. Just before you do, let me quickly get this and then that's it. Are you able to hear him or not?
No, I can hear them. I can hear them, but okay. I'll remember the questions. Okay. I'll try to.
So let him go through them first. Yeah, this two
The education one, I can assure you that we're going to overhaul the entire curriculum, the entire system. But before we do that, we're going to return ASU fully and try and extract a 4-year commitment from them, and they extract commitment from us. Nobody will break that promise. We cannot stand an hour, not just a day, no strike during that. The whole system is going to be overhauled, the whole of it, and it's of course focused on production, not consumption, and is self-employment oriented, not for them to come out and seek employment. You might have heard about my pyramid: basic literacy, basic literacy, awareness, enlightenment, education, and professionalism, and the gaps that exist. This is my own thesis, but I mean, I've been presenting it, I've been arguing it successfully. Every society that has, some is like a very steep pyramid, some other countries is a very shallow one. Some of them have funny shapes with like a pin at the center. We will restructure the entire educational system. But one thing that cuts across is that issue of our political and economic philosophy of procurement. We're procuring security, we're procuring education, we're procuring health. There shall be no waste. The corruption tide embedded in that system will throw it out. We extract every inch of service from every billion naira we spend. So if we spend 2 trillion naira on security, you get 2 trillion naira worth of security. All the bandits will be flushed out, all the terrorists will be neutralized. You don't spend 2 trillion naira and get 100 billion naira worth of service. In the educational sector, you don't spend 1 and get 10% service of that. Same thing in everywhere. The roads that we construct, we will remove the elements, because His Excellency Peter Abi said, if everyone knows that the Oga is not adding anything, nobody will add anything for himself. We don't want anything from government except the development of Nigeria. We are not looking for money in Nigerian government, I dare to say. we are looking to run a Nigerian government in lots of. And when I start talking about this, I try to hold myself back. I'm not speaking for him personally, but Peter Obi today has nothing in life that he's looking for anymore. Materially, there's nothing you'll give Peter Obi in life that he doesn't have already. So thank God for that. He doesn't have that army of hangers on around him. Neither do I. These are the things that destroy a whole country. I don't want anything from day one. Peter Obi doesn't want anything except our legitimate earnings, which of course goes to our family. That's it. Listen, we have all seen all forms of natural disaster. Fire, water, ice, wind, earthquake, mudslides, nothing you have not seen. Where you have responsible leadership and good followership, what happens? Give them 6 months and they're back, better than before. I have seen countries without natural disasters, but with a man disaster. They have earthquake from the bombs that are blasting and from the bombs that are dropping. They have flood of human blood running in the streets. Just one person can destroy a whole country. I'm not lying. Look at the countries in the Middle East. You don't have to call them. In North Africa, Central Africa, in West Africa, what have we seen? One person can destroy a whole country. In the same way, one person can turn a country around. Sir, right now what I will do, let me quickly just answer the... Okay.
A quick one.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Datti.
Yes, sir.
After all said and done, election,
Yeah.
everything, they have casted it, and they are about to announce Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria.
Inshallah.
Tinubu, through Buhari, drafted the army. In their capacity, are you going to handle the situation to avoid another catastrophe?
This question, one, is not a group. This question is a hypothetical question.
Yes.
And this question is a security one. Permit me not to discuss it with you and me. And anyway, let me tell you, there is nobody undoing Tinubu today like Buhari. And in Buhari's entire life, not just nobody has helped Buhari like Tinubu has done. Buhari will never help a Tinubu in the way you're saying. Buhari has never helped anybody in his career. He knows himself and his family alone, and that's it. He will never help anybody to the extent of what you're saying. This we know. Anybody who knows Buhari, he knows this. But Tinubu is on his own. He's fighting his battles. He's on his own. Buhari does not care.
Then congratulations, you have won.
Well, we never count our until it happens. We never take anything for granted, sir. But thank you for the encouragement. All right.
Thank you so much for your time this evening, sir. My question is, what advice would you give the people in the diaspora to merge together, since we can't vote, but so we can also have a great impact in making sure that it is a successful outing in February?
Very intelligent question. Lady. First lady.
Thank you.
First lady. She's the first lady.
Thank you very much. Yes. Mine is to say that I'm very excited this evening. That's number one. I'm happy to be here. This journey has started for us, some of us, long time ago, just as it did for you. With the third force, we started, and today I'm very proud and happy to see the whole energy that was put together, metamorphosing into what we're experiencing in the Labour Party, presented by your humble self and Dr. Peter Obi. Mine also is to say that you shouldn't forget when you get in there, because by the grace of God Almighty you will be there, that the women will not be left out, and the girl child education will be a key factor into the educational structure that you're going to build. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. My name is Emmanuel Ahanono, and I'm part of the Obedient Movement UK. I'm the coordinator for Greater London. My question really, or it's a policy issue, is I was happy when you talked about the sustainable and environmental agenda, that Nigeria has priority. What are we going to do with our coal? Because we've been talking about generating energy for consumption. Currently, we generate less than 4,000 megawatts or whatever. What are the policies for the utilization of our coal? Because we have abundant coal reserve in Nigeria, especially in the east. We would want you to tell us, if you haven't got one, we want you to take that on board and then think seriously about it. Because South Africa, Australia, and China is actually now bringing back new coal generating plants. So what is Nigeria going to do in that area? Thank you.
All right. Okay, if you don't mind, just one more lady, please. Okay,
Thank
my
you.
friend at the back. But just straight to the questions, please. Oh, okay. And, okay, three of you, please. If you. But the lady. At the back, yeah. Go ahead, I can hear you. Hi. Thank you.
Please do not forget. Because believe me, when you tell
Excellency. My name is Newima Nwafuru. I'm an accountant by training, and a chartered accountant by training, and I'm currently in this country practicing. In this country, there is data, and the country works on data.
There is
data, and the country works on data. I have two questions. What are the policies, or do you have a roadmap on collating data in the country called Nigeria? Because there is none, as far as I'm concerned. You said something, and P2P says something, His Excellency P2P, that the country will move from consumption to production. And you just mentioned this evening that you encourage a lot of self-employment. In this country, you are forced to, you will be excited to register as self-employed, pay your taxes, no matter how little. There are incentives. If you don't do that, there are so many things you won't get. Now, in Nigeria, there are no incentives, there are no policies to that. Are there plans in place to that effect? If you have any plans, what are they? We would like to know. That is one. Secondly, are there also policies in place to strengthen our institutions? Because we have institutions, but they are very weak. And if institutions are not functioning, then whatever you do, the people in the institution or whatever the structure will not work. Thank you very much.
wow. I didn't expect it to go that way, so I didn't make notes of the question. I think at this point, let me just answer all the. Okay, sorry. After you, sir.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Hi.
My question is a little bit a funny and tricky one, which is that since Babangida regime of Nigerian, I have come around politicians. I started during the late Yaradua's regime, and he promised these problems I'm talking about, electricity, the road, and the most important thing where many countries have their revenue is airline. The big Nigerian Airways. When I was in secondary school, Nigerian captains were voted the best flight captains in the world many years, and we had so many airplanes. And since then, the only reason I joined politics was when Yaradua said one of his problems was going to be bring back Nigerian Airways to life. Bring electricity. It was one of his 7-point agendas, if anyone could remember that time. All these presidents coming, PDP, APC, and whatever, nobody has ever dreamed of giving Nigeria. Is it one of the things in your plan that this is very important to generate income to Nigeria? Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. At this point.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Ebelobi, and I know it says straight to the question, sir, but I'll say congratulations and thank you for taking on this opportunity, because the task you and His Excellency have agreed to take on is not enviable at all, but I wish you all the best. I was listening to the last man's question. I think His Excellency has answered that question in a forum where he said that that wouldn't be the dream of the regime at all, because most of people who are in the aviation sector actually know aviation currently doesn't make much money. People are just merely surviving. So His Excellency has actually said he has no plans. If anything, there should be private people coming to run such things. Because even in UK, British Airways is not run by the government. My security question, I have to say it ahead of time. I was happy when Miss Orizu talked, and I think I'm glad of the person of your character. So I'm not in doubt. I know His Excellency as well as to what you guys will do. My only fear is on the election day, what is the plan of Labour to make sure that there is no cyber, you know what I mean? Because I think that's the only thing they will do, because if the result is announced, nobody will do anything as far as I feel, because they know what the youth can do. But if they manipulate it before it comes out, what's the plan? Thank you, sir.
Please. No, that's not.
Lady, so this is last lady. Your Excellency and my fellow brethren are all welcome to this occasion. I'm just going to recap all that has been said here. Your Excellency, what is the position of social contract in the leadership and the citizenship? The citizenry. We would like to know that, and why diaspora engagement at this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The social contract is to answer the key leadership question. Are you able to say what is right? When you say what is right, are you able to do what you have said? That is reflective of what my friend mentioned. When I was asked about security, every politician comes out to talk, to the extent that the art of talking has been equated with expertise in politics, which is wrong in itself. You see, the best leader is not the best entertainer. Otherwise, Hollywood and Nollywood, the best leader is he who is able to take that critical decision. We are in place to implement the decisions that are in the interest of our dear country. The social contract are our political principles, economic doctrines, prevent waste, turn Nigeria from consumption to production, eliminate corruption. In so doing, the government agencies, my friend, all government agencies, the moment you remove waste, eliminate corruption, they by default have started working. Move these two. Nigerian government agencies are working. Nigerian Army is having its equipment, having its remuneration, is having its recurrent expenses all the way down to the ammunitions and the welfare of soldiers at the front line. The Nigerian police are having their front line well-stocked, well-trained, well-fed, simply removing corruption and waste in the system. These are part of our social contract. Immediately, we want to stop the killings. We want to stop the attacks on communities. Immediately, this is non-negotiable. Immediately, we want to stop the fall of the Naira and reclassify Naira as an appreciating currency. Immediately, we want to get it across and on records that no more stealing free and going free. You can no longer steal Nigerian money. If you get to do it, we'll catch you. We'll catch you. Justice will be served on you. Immediately, all the wastes are being ended. Now, it's about time. I'm sorry I've not been able to answer all the questions. My good friend, Cole, sir, Nigerian Airways, these all fall under the general principles of what we do. We want the private sector to lead the economy. Those that are existing will find every possible way to promote them. So, coal. I go back to the earlier answer that I gave. We want to restore security, improve the economy immediately through oil, stopping the oil theft, trapping all our revenue, opening new channels, improving those channels of revenue, attracting foreign investment, particularly from our diaspora. It's not the British or the Americans to bring, or the Arabs to bring their money. It's you Nigerians to bring your money and develop Nigeria. These are our immediate preoccupations. Now, I don't just say anything to get power. I say what I can do. And thank you, Madam Dane. This is where you begin to know the difference between who means business and who does not mean business. I have had to pay price for saying things I cannot do. I'm sorry, sir. I can't do this and this. How dare you tell me you can't do it when you're a politician? Yes, I'm sorry because I'm not an all-rounder. There are many things I will not be able to do. We might not be able to reach coal, but we'll provide security. The economy will improve. We'll improve the Naira, stop its fall and all those things. We are concerned about securing Nigeria, ending the corruption and uniting its people. Never shall we sit and someone is telling me, Peter Obi is from Anambra, you're from Kaduna. You're a Muslim, he's a Christian, you're... No. Muslim ticket, Christian ticket. No. We have to be a united people. Because when you're disunited, you cannot achieve anything. In fact, the corruption is directly tied to this disunity. Because the people now are thinking it's our time. Because when it was their time, they were corrupt. That is why another gentleman is saying it's his own turn. Again. So please, look, he was a governor. His life didn't change. A very, very simple man. I was a senator. Sometimes I sit in the aircraft until I land before someone, you see you? And very, with shyness and everything. Madam, I assure you, we're not those kind of people. We don't even have them around us. We select our friends carefully. We select our associates professionally. To entertain no fears. If we were going to change, we would have changed for now. Some people would prefer to be governors than to be presidents because you are alpha and omega. You can do practically anything you want in Nigeria as a governor. Peter Obi did not do that. So if he was ever going to change, he would have changed. You would have seen it. At the good age of 61, there is nothing that you would know. If I was going to change, I would have changed by now. Entertain no fears. It brings me to a point where I would like to say, maybe I should just ask a question or two to you.
Okay.
I'm the one to ask the question.
Yes, you go ahead. No, that's all right, Senator.
Are you going to vote, diasporans? Are you going to vote?
Officially, from here, they want to.
You see, there isn't one answer. There isn't one answer. Some people will tell you a very small percentage will come. Others will say we'll support. Others will say we'll motivate. Others will say we'll organize. Up to 99, I was in the UK. Good job, good house. I could get a second job. And I stood up one morning, prayed, and I said I was going back to Nigeria. It happens to be one of the very best actions I take in my life. Nigerian diasporans, believe me, there is no country on earth like Nigeria. There is no country so good to its people, good to foreigners on earth like Nigerians. If you don't come to vote, help in organizing, help in motivating, help in whatever way you can. I think if Nigeria gets it wrong this time around, I think we're finished. Everything in life has a breaking point. Has a breaking point is medically, you know there is a certain temperature that the human body, when you have a fever, it can take, beyond which you know that individual will die. Nigeria has a very high fever right now. Very, very high fever. The temperature needs to start coming down. It will start by the day you have responsible leadership. So I thank you so much for your...
Thank you very much. A worthy interaction. The senator has been here much longer, but it is good that he has interacted and have a conversation with leaders of various groups that represent different groups under the Peter Obi Datti team for 2023. And hopefully we'll be doing more interaction with other people as they come down to London for the benefit of Nigerians in diaspora organization. I have my stand and I have experienced quite a lot. But once again, please can we give it a round of applause for his... Thank you very much. What we're going to do is we'll quickly do a capture. Yes, move.